head straight on. I've already got a couple people that I've kind of mentioned this to, and it's like, okay, cool. We're interested, and let's see how it goes, and so on and so forth.
That's great. Undercover in Canada. I love it. Thanks for joining us, Chris. Thanks for introducing yourself. Jess Allsop. You're in the garden. You're muted as well.
Hey, how are you? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, sorry, I'm outside. So I'm from the Gold Coast. I think I want like a little bit of what everyone's already said, but also confidence. Like confidence is in like sharing and teaching. Also confidence with supporting my team. I brought a fair few people in as well. But with all the problems that we've had with Healy, a lot of them feel really unsupported and a bit lost. So yeah, I'm here to kind of strengthen my knowledge always, and to also pass that on to them. So
love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Awesome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Tanya, mother. You're muted.
Hi, everyone. I'm zooming in from Manly, and for me personally, I need structure. So keep it simple structure. The simpler for me, the better. Like I get easily confused and end up down rabbit holes and on different groups and chats and threads and then different Zoom calls. And I can't process all of it. So I want the simplest way of it being structured for me to do that. Thanks, Zach.
Yeah, we're going to definitely cover that. Thank you. Ovidiu, are you?
Yes, hello everyone.
Hey, man.
Yes, Ovidiu is my name. I'm from Romania, and I'm looking for new strategies to connect with people from more countries, because in this moment my Healy community is 80% from Romania, and I think it would be useful for me to find. It would be very useful to me to connect with people from more countries for my community, and also I'm looking in strategies to grow my Facebook group, because I have lots of clients for there. So that's I'm interested in. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Chantel Frankie.
Hey, everyone. Well, I'm Zach's partner, so we're actually in 2 separate rooms right next to each other. But I'm here to pretty much support Zach and then support you guys anywhere that I can help you. I'm more of the business operational side of things and always branding and things like that, but I am new to network marketing. So I guess for me, it's just like, what is the next step? But I can definitely help within the organizational side of things and the personal brand and, getting more likes or getting more people onto your pages and things like that.
Love it. Thank you. Alice?
That's me? Yeah? Am I the only Alice? Okay. Is this, yeah? Am I the right person? Okay. So I know there's more than one Alice. Okay. Yeah, I'm living in Ahmed. I'm from the UK, but I'm living here in Bali. Yeah, I get overwhelmed with the amount of information about Healy and all the different groups and everything. I guess I just maybe processes because, I write lists and I try to get through things, but I seem to get distracted. But, I am basically the main people that I seem to get obviously are connections that I already have that are, into a bit of healing and sound therapy. And I've joined a few groups and I have spoken about therapy frequencies, and because obviously it's connected to sound therapy. And I've had some people, got some people through there, but I'm still sort of struggling to find connection. I've never really, social media, I have a challenge with it. I think I always have, but I do have Facebook pages, and I'm working on, I'm more into Instagram, I suppose, but I'm working on doing a lot of that. Well, not too much, because I just want to be authentic in what I write about, and I want it to be from the heart. I don't just want it to be blah, 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 I'm selling Healy, because I just feel, for me, it doesn't sit right. I want to bring value to what I talk about, and I want to sort of authentically connect. So maybe that's why I'm a bit slow at getting people in and pushing myself out there.
That's great. That's great. I took note on that. Thank you. Awesome.
Okay.
Great to have you here, Ella. And
Thank you.
Rita. So if you just unmute Rita, and then we can hear you. Awesome. Thank you. Perfect.
I'm another one who firmly believes in Healy, and I realise how absolutely amazing it is. And I've got lots and lots of folk that it could help, but I'm having trouble running my own Healy. I have a ticket in and still waiting for help. And I'm not willing to recommend the product at this time until my own proficiency increases.
And what would you like to learn in order to help you with your own knowledge with that? Is there anything specific you'd like to know about?
No, I don't know very much about network marketing at all. So yeah, I'm
just here to absorb as a sponge.
But I have had a lot of help from Margarita along the way.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for jumping on. Gina. I just want to unmute Gina. And for those who don't know what we're doing, we're just answering 3 quick questions. Okay. Where are you from? What's your intention? And what would you like to get out of this training? Thank you.
Okay, I'm Gina from Guam. I don't really have a team of people.
Sorry, I'm just getting a few people. Okay. There we go. Yeah, try now. Thanks, Gina.
Okay. I don't really have a team of people because I don't even go out in my house. I kind of stay home all the time. So, because I look after my mom, my nearly 100-year-old mom. So I don't really have a team where I can go out and sell and meet with them and do all that. So I just sort of text with my friends, email with them, I don't want to really be out there because I can't go out there, So that's how I'm doing it, kind of thing, just little slow by slow. And they're most of my team are consumers. So, they're not really into the MLM part, so it's and they're not computer savvy at all. Some of them don't have Telegram. They don't have anything. They don't even want to go on Facebook. So I'm thinking, how am I going to reach them?
And so what would you like to get out of the call, Gina? What would be the one thing?
Would I get out of this call? Just connection, because I don't go out. I don't connect with anybody,
Beautiful.
It's all by text. So that's what I'm getting out of this.
Thank you. Awesome.
All right. Thank you.
Definitely get a lot of connection from here. Awesome. You're going to get that for sure. Nadine.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I don't know if you can hear me. It's a bit noisy here, but I just wanted to get my intention in quickly. I think a lot of what everyone said, I resonated with. So yeah, just like, I think expanding my reach. Can you hear me? Sorry. Okay. Expanding my reach. Yeah, just like expanding my reach of who I can share Healy with. I have. And just getting back that momentum. I think it was Tony who was saying that, just getting back that momentum and just being systematic in my approach. Being more systematic and more systematic and just simplify everything so that I don't have to do things twice or, many times to different people. But at the same time, I do want to maintain that authenticity and that, that personalized connection. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing. Is it Daniel Modo Power? You're muted. Love you to share, if you can, just where you're from, what's your intention, what would you like to get out of this group, and then we'll jump into this. We'll just jump over. Claire, you there? Oh, good to see you. Thought you couldn't make it.
I couldn't. Our plans got changed, so I'm really glad to be here. Sorry, I was a bit distracted before, so I've just put my camera on. But I'm from Melbourne, as you know, Zach, and I know quite a few people on here. My intention in Healy in general is I just want to build a real big team of passionate leaders, especially those that work with families and kids. So that's my why. And what I want to get out of this call, I'm really good with people face to face and doing all that stuff behind the scenes, as you know, Zach. Tech systems, that stuff is not my forte. So yeah, Facebook as well. That's one thing. When I post on Facebook, I often get crickets. So I'm looking to improve my skills there. I'm just about to put an ad out this week, actually. So I'll let you know how that goes.
So Facebook interaction or social media interaction. Okay.
Yeah, I do get engagement on my normal posts. It's just Healy. People are like, nothing, except people in Healy. I literally get nothing.
Point. Stop adding Healy people, only add new people. Tony P, Slice of Piazza, you there, bro? Where are you from? What's your intention? What would you like to get out of the call?
Hey guys, I'm in Arizona, and I guess I'm trying to get a basis for a platform where I can share, like a website. I want to get that built and then start to get more organized so I can empower my team. I think I've sold around 50 so far in the last 6 months or so. And I'm just trying to build a platform and learn as much as I can from you guys so that I can more easily empower others that are on my team to be able to share it. So
love it. Awesome job, man. Thanks for being here. Love your work. Lucy White in the house. She might be driving. 3, 2, 1. Albert from Taiwan. He might be working as well. Anamaya. We're just sharing where we're from. What's our intention? What would you like to get out of the training? You there, Anamaya?
Hey, sorry, I just got here. Sorry. Hey. Melbourne, Victoria's where I'm from. I don't know. What was the other question you asked? Sorry.
Just what's your intention being here and what would you like to get out of?
Is to connect in probably. I don't actually know the intention of the training. I just saw it come up as notifications. I thought I'd jump on. But yeah, connect in, see what people are doing, and just get some inspiration. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks for being here. It's going to be awesome. Daniel. Hey, dude.
How is everyone? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can.
Daniel here from Brisbane, right next door to Zach and Chantel, I think, hopefully. My intention here is to sort of build a community that we have, and also have like a system in place where we can sort of value add to those people in our team to be able to do what we're doing. And like a lot of people have touched on, like the face-to-face interactions, very simple and straightforward. More so the online aspect of how we can sort of strengthen that, and also have like a system or process in place, or even like, I don't know, the wording of where we sort of introduce Healy. We show them how it will help them and serve. And then is how do we do the next step of inspiring people to either look to jump on board, to whether it's enroll, to share, or to use it for themselves. I think for me, that's the critical part there. But exactly what Chantel mentioned earlier, it's about how do we build that brand, that sort of standing, whether it's online or face-to-face, and the process. I know exactly you're great at what you do, and Chantel as well, and a few others on this call. It's about how do we sort of grow the team and empower others to be able to do the same thing in all the different streams and avenues and websites and everything that people mention. But I think the core of it is probably community. yeah, so that's pretty much like, I think people have covered off a lot of the things, but it's that sense of community, I reckon.
So good. Love it. Very clear. Thank you, guys. Got a whole bunch of notes that this will be entwined into the trainings over the next couple of weeks. I'm just going to mute everyone because it sounds like some people are taking off in a rocket. Okay, mute all. So yeah, welcome to ABC Mondays. Thank you so much for sharing that, everyone, and super pumped to share this with you. I'm just going to quickly share my screen. I've got something really cool to share with you and would love to make this as interactive as possible. Before we get into this though, for those who don't know, when I first got out of high school, I was introduced to network marketing. So over like 11 years ago. And I'm just going to pick up here. Okay, here we go. And it's funny, the same person that introduced to me the first network marketing company introduced me to Healy 14 years later. And so when I was in high school, I studied economics, I studied business studies, legal studies, 2-unit religion, mathematics, and English. And I didn't like school very much. I liked a few of the subjects, but getting out of high school, I had I think it was like 76 out of 100 for the HSC test. And so my options, my curiosity was around psychology, commerce, and business. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go to uni. And I figured out I couldn't even get into those classes. I wasn't to the right mark. So I was like, okay, well, what am I going to do? So I did a gap year. And in that gap year, I found network marketing. I had 12 different jobs first year out of high school. Door knocking was probably the biggest lesson I'd ever learned in personal development, sales. I did telemarketing. I did markets, working at a bar, topless waitering, all the crazy little things that you do outside of high school. And in that, what I loved about network marketing, it was people being healthy, getting rich and wealthy together, and helping and making the world a better place. And I was like, this is really cool. I want to be a part of it. But then 11 years ago, network marketing was a lot of old people in suits, and it was very rigid and not very fun. And so I didn't like it very much. And then I found out about another company. I got curious about all these other network marketing companies, because these companies had to be good, because if the product wasn't good, you wouldn't share it. So they had to be like extraordinarily better than the other products out there. And I love the fact the only way you could be successful was to help other people be successful. And so I got out of network marketing, and then I worked with Vitamix, the blenders, traveling around Australia, doing a lot of, sales jobs. I did door knocking, I did sales for other companies, and I learned fundamentals on influence, confidence. And I got into acting and went to Los Angeles for 3 months, studied acting in film and television. And so then I found my second network marketing company, which was Isogenics. And in that's where a lot of my training and development and passion for network marketing kind of got brought to light. And I went to all the events, I traveled to all the different seminars, and just absorbed the community and the leadership. And I got so excited. There was a trip, I could win a trip, all expense paid, 5-star trip to Machu Picchu in South America with 50 other 18 to 35-year-olds to learn and grow, and also travel the world. And I was like, that's amazing. I put so much energy in, and my business skyrocketed. I finally tapped into what my vision was, which was to surround myself with amazing people, learn a lot, and to earn a lot, and to be healthy. And so in that, 6 years later, stopped that company. It just didn't align with me anymore. And my company pretty much within 3 months went from, it quartered. It went down to a quarter of an income within 3 months. And I was like, this sucks. So I got back into Uber driving, working ridiculous hours, and I was doing TV presenting, something that I was passionate about, a bit of acting. And then I never thought I'd do network marketing again until Healy came about, where the product is so amazing, I couldn't not share it. And so in that, when I first got Healy, I always knew that the 3 things that I'd always do, which was study. I got to study this industry. I got to learn about why is Healy better, the skills, sales training, community, communication. I'm going to study. I'm going to practice this for myself, because if I can't teach this to other people, my team isn't going to grow as well. And the last one is to teach, study, practice, and teach. So if you can, guys, I highly recommend getting a pen and paper. a notebook, a journal to take some notes. Anything that you learn that you think is worthwhile, I highly recommend you figure out how to educate your team on this. Obviously, we have these calls every week, so you can invite your team, so you don't have to share it all the time. But if you were to have that mindset of a growth mindset to really learn what you're going to learn, implement it, and then teach other people, you're going to integrate the lessons even more. So I'd like to start off with a couple of questions here. And I want to get the chat going. I love the interaction. So business, what does business mean to you guys? And what are the key components of business in your opinion, guys? If you could just jump into the chat, what are the key, I guess, ingredients for business? What do you think? And please throw them into the chat. And it doesn't have to be network marketing. It's all business. Passion, drive, trust, exchange of value between hands. Love it. Yes, 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 yes. Communication. Yes. Business to me is freedom and expansion. Yes. Customer, product, confidence. Yes. These are all correct. These are great. Keep it coming, guys. So living your purpose and being of service to others, solving problems, key ingredients of business, making a difference. So good. Commitment, love, growth, wealth creation. I love this. So I've boiled down business, in my opinion, is to these three concepts. One is relationships. If you don't have anyone to talk to, if you don't have human interaction, this business isn't going to grow, or any business. The other part of it is the ability to communicate, ability to influence, sales skills, communication skills, and also a system, systems, a process. Yeah, Charles, perfect. So just to kind of go about this another way is that if we don't have any relationships, if we don't have friends, if we don't have ability to communicate and influence, and if we don't have a system, we don't have a business. So I'd like to do a quick little survey now and just add up on a scale of 1 to 10, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 in these three areas and add them up out of 30. So in terms of relationships, where are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Communication, where are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Your system, where are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Add them up out of 10 and out of 30. Put that into the chat, please. Awesome. Love that, Charles. Thanks for sharing. Thanks, Chris. Belief in the product, passion, leadership, helping others. Cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 15, 23, 18, 20. So this number is really important, okay? The goal would be to have a 10 out of 10 in each area, okay? Now that's obviously gonna take some time, development, skills, you know, the right mentorship, coaching. Oh, perfect, very 7, 8, and 3, 27. Wow, on it. That's, yep, that's, yeah. So this is awesome. This is awesome. Thank you guys for sharing. So keep this in mind. And as you start to jump on these calls every Monday, and as you start to show you these systems that I'm going to show you, these numbers are going to go towards a 10. That's my promise to you guys, is that wherever you are, a 3 or a 7 out of 10, we're going to help you go to a 10 out of 10 in each one of those areas. Woo woo. Who can get excited? Yeah. Okay. So what I want to chat to you now about, what have I got here? So the intention really is just this, is to help you co-create authentic relationships, influential communication, and a duplicatable system. One system for the whole team, right? Influential communication for yourself with your own ability and communication within your own mind, but also your ability to communicate with others. Yeah, words, what we think about, we bring about. Our words are spells, how you spell a word, and you know, our words are very powerful creation, and also authentic relationships with self and with others. So that's really the intention. So this will be every single Monday. So this is something I want you guys to kind of log. I want to get a bit of awareness as to where you are with your business right now. There's 6 different income levels, and everyone here is going to be within these 6. So what I'd like you to do is just share to yourself and also in the chat, where are you? Are you level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6 in your business within Healy? So we originally started with a lot of the trainings around creating your first 1K, right? So 1,000 euros, $1,000. So some people might be between $0 to 1,000. So then you're in level 1. If you've created between 1,000 to 10,000, you're in level 2. If you've created between 10,000, 25,000, level 3, 4, 5, and 6. So make sure you're also writing this in your own notepad, guys, your own notepad. Yeah. 0 cents is not available in Canada. Fair enough. 2, 3, fantastic. This is awesome. So in terms of setting a goal, in terms of the business, your next goal is the next level. Pretty simple. So if you're at level 1, your goal is level 2, level 3. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to talk about how to actually jump between those and the strategies on that. Okay. So this is awesome. Thank you guys for sharing. This is fun. This is really fun. So what we're going to talk about now is what it actually takes to be successful and what it takes to jump up from 1, 2, 3, and 4 and whatever. But I want to ask you guys before we do this, what does it take? Let's look at individual. Let's not look at others. Like, look at yourself right now. What does it take to be successful? We spoke about communication. We spoke about your ability to influence and the systems. But for you, what does it? What's your next skill that you need to learn in order to be successful? Let's look at it like that. And you kind of shared it a little bit, whether it was creating momentum, whether it was launching, confidence, keeping it simple, structure, processes, systematic approach, branding, the wording. What is that one thing that will help you become successful within Healy? I want you just to like critique and coach yourself now for a second. Confidence, the right system, putting my business first. So I'd like to see everyone throwing something into the chat. Global expansion, confidence in writing. Yeah, put a couple here. Finding a system for duplication, time, organization, delegation, skills. That's awesome, Rita. I love that. We're going to be talking about skills. Inspiration, discipline, commitment, follow through, process, communication, effective, mass promotion, I think, more systematic. Love it. So boiling this down, looking at Eric Worre, what he talks about. Eric Worre is kind of like the Tony Robbins of network marketing. He breaks down success in our business in 3 areas. And we're going to break down these. So write this down, guys, is mindset, skills, write this down, and strategy. Cool. I love this. Systems, Facebook ads, community, conference, organization. So what you guys just wrote down, that's also correct. So please put that in your notebook. Those would be areas of improvement for this week or this month with your accountability buddy or bringing them to the call. So after this, I'm also going to invite every single one of you that are on this call. I'll give you my private link to book in for a call with me. And I'd love to check in with you every single week. We're going to do a group call and an individual call and to really build this momentum and the skills. Okay. So hopefully you guys have written them down. Mindset, skills, and strategy. Those are the 3 things. Now let's break them down a little bit. But before we do that, let me ask you guys a question. I'd love to see this in the chat. So who is responsible to improve or change mindset, skills, and strategy? Who is responsible for that? Me, mine, me. Yes, you, right? The only person responsible for your own success, if you come into this and you become successful, let me tell you guys, that's because of you. And if you come into this and you fail and you're not successful, that's also because of you. It's 100%, 1000%, 111% your responsibility. It's all about you. Okay. Whether you want to improve your mindset, if you want to improve your systems and skills, or improve anything that you just wrote down to me today, it's your responsibility. No one's going to knock on your door and help you change or help give you the strategies. We're going to give you the environment. And that's why we believe 90% of success is just showing up. The other 10% is your own action and own implementation. But really, guys, we have to be our own best business coach, our own best friend, our own best health coach, our own best lover. We have to be that for ourselves first. Okay. So that's really, really important. Now, let's talk about mindset for a second, because who agrees that what we think about, we bring about? Yeah. So let's just make sure the time, we've got 40 minutes. Okay. We've got 20 minutes to go. We all know that what we bring about, think about what we bring about. Thinking is number one. It's a thinking process that's going in, it's happening in your mind right now, that our thinking process is creating our results. We are 100% responsible for everything in and not in our life. I am 100% responsible for everything in and not in my life. Maybe if everyone can say this right now, you're all on mute. Say, I am. There we go. So everyone say, I am 100% responsible for
100%.
everything in and not in my life.
Everything in and not in my life.
Love it, Tracy.
Everything in and not in my life.
Love it, everyone. Thank you so much. So that's really what this is all about, taking radical responsibility. So it's all about you. Now, the third step, in my opinion, is about letting go of what's called the employee mindset. You know, we've all probably had jobs here. We understand the concept. The employee mindset is work 1 hour, get paid 1 hour of work. Work 2 hours, get paid 2 hours. Work a public holiday, get paid a little bit more. Now, in order to be successful in this, it's about letting go of that mindset where you're starting to think like an entrepreneur. So coming into this, the first 3 to 6 months, there might not be much traction. It's like getting a plane off the ground. There's a lot of energy and force behind it, and conscious like, oh my God, I'm screwing this up. This is so crazy. But then after that time, based on your hard work, your ability to stay connected in the community, your proximity, your ability to follow systems, your hard work, you'll take that plane off the ground quicker. It's all up to you. Now, going into an entrepreneur, understanding that if you guys work 6 to 12 months or 1 to 2 years, or the next 3 years focused in on Healy, Karsten, the top distributor, he goes, when we interviewed him, he says, what you want to be doing is focusing 6 to 12 months on Healy with nothing else. Like when you look at, I don't agree with horse racing, but what they do in horse racing is they put on every single horse, they put the blinders so they can't see the other horse next to them, left or right. Their only competition is themselves. They're going, and obviously there's a jockey on their back smacking them to go quicker, but they're designed to go straight, focus on one thing. And so in business, it's about focusing on that one thing, putting the blinders on to no other distractions, no other business, this and that, keeping the main thing, relationships and your values there. That's really important, but it's staying really focused. And so thinking like an entrepreneur is like planting seeds. It's like gardening. You're planting, and with bamboo, it takes years to grow, but you need to water bamboo every single day. And then within a few months, it grows meters. And so usually when most people quit because they don't see the end results, but it's all about finding or realizing that there's invisible results. So there's invisible results that you're actually putting in place, whether that's the intention, planting seeds, relationships, and things like this. What I found in the 10K group when we first started that training nearly a year ago, I put a topic in there, which was to become obsessed. I find studying successful people, athletes, presenters, actors, musicians, they're obsessed. They're obsessed. Now, for me, my obsession was my vision to help co-create the healthiest and wealthiest people on the planet. And that's been something that's been marinating for a long time. But if you don't know your vision or your purpose, Healy might be like a job for you. So I'd say getting really clear on your vision, because that's really what's going to propel you towards the obsession. And it doesn't become, when it's your passion, it doesn't become work anymore, but it is about hard work. It becomes like second nature. I find it hard not to work now because I love this so much. So the last one was here is confidence. And so confidence, we're going to talk about how to actually create confidence. So I'd love to just ask you guys a question, chuck it into the chat. First thing that comes to mind, how do you create confidence? How do you boost your confidence? How do you create more confidence in your life? Skills. Love it. Learning, you're on it, Tracy. Learning and replication, practice in that area. EFT tapping. Yeah, that is a good way to improve confidence. Inner work, exercise, reflection, trial and success, learning. Learn about what you need to do. Yeah, okay, system. Love it. That's really good. So yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about is in network marketing, the way to improve your skills. So in way to improve your confidence is through skills. Now there's not like in a normal traditional business, guys, the amount of skills that you have to have, accounting skills, product development, innovation, science, you know, there's, gosh, I don't even know. I've never really run like a full professional business, but there's so many different skills and hats that you have to run now and kind of fit under. And so in network marketing, there's only 8 skills. I've actually added a skill. There used to be 7 skills. I've actually added a new one. So these are, in my opinion, and from Eric Warre, the 7 skills, but I've added one. So there's 8 skills. So please take note on these. These are the areas of improvement. And we're going to scale these out of a 1 to 10. So when you write them down, where are you in finding people on a scale of 1 to 10? So finding people, where do you find people? You can't talk to people unless you find people. So, and then once you find these people, how do you talk to them, right? How do you invite them to take a look at what you're doing? How do you present that information? How do you then follow these people up once you've given the information when they've gone off for a couple of days to look at it? How do you follow them up professionally? Closing, how do you say, you know, how do you ask for the sale? How do you get people started correctly? Duplication. This is the real duplicate. The biggest part of duplication is getting people started, and also promoting events. That could be online webinars. It could be promoting trainings like this. How do you promote this training? You know, more people, the more team that we have on this, the more trained everyone is. And the last one here is self. I'm just putting, there we go. Because look, doing this for so many years and also giving my all to Healy in the last 16 months, like I have to take a break, you know, whether it's 1 day a week or 2 days a week or whatever your hours are, there needs to be self-care. Yeah. So out of 10, imagine each one of those areas is out of 10. Rate yourself on the above skills. Create a total out of 80. So yeah, go ahead and do that now, guys. And then yeah, please throw that into the chat. Thank you. That was so quick. You must be good at math, Jess. Wow. 110. Yep. Yeah. Whether you want to just do them all together, add them up out of 80, might be easier. Thanks, guys. This is awesome. So looking at all these different skills, knowing that there aren't hundreds of skills that you need to learn, there's only 8. For me, that simplified this whole process. How do I get good at network marketing? How do I do this business? Are these 8 skills? And the more that we do them, you know, more congruent we become, more second nature. In the beginning, there's unconscious competence. We're going to go, we don't even know what these skills are. It's figuring it out. What do those entail? So over these next few Mondays, we're going to be going through these skills. I can't give you all the answers right now, but we're going to be going through them over the next few Mondays. Okay. Thank you guys for sharing. 64, 55, 65, 70. Wow. Hi. Awesome. 47, 50, 60. This is epic. 18. So write this on your note and pen, guys, pen and paper. Put this on your whiteboard. You know, your goal this month is to take your skills up to 80. Yeah, from where they are. So that would be the quickest way to get good at this, is to set a goal, be aware of where you're going. We're measuring our results now. What we measure grows. And we're going to go, this is where we are right now. Put a date on it. And then where do you want to be? You could say, I want to improve this in a week. Let's give it a month or 2 to be at a 10 out of 10. Yeah. And these trainings will help cover this for you. So looking at skills, that's covering skills now. The next part of this is systems. So looking at any business, we're looking at business, relationships, our ability to communicate with the relationships, and the skills in order for us to maintain results. You look at any business. I don't want to look, let's think about the fast food chains out there. They are a system. There's a 16-year-old teenager can make the burger, can make the this, can make the that. There's a system where anyone can do this. So when creating a system, it's all about simplicity. Keep it simple and specific. And that's what we want to keep in mind. The systems within this is so that a 10-year-old kid or a 15-year-old teenager or a 20-year-old or 80-year-old, wherever we look at it, can come into this and there's simplicity to it, okay? And anyone can do this. So we don't want to overcomplicate it. It's like creating a recipe and there's 1,000 different ingredients and you got to do this, you got to do that. No one's going to make the recipe, but we want to boil it down to these. I think there's 7 here, guys. So there's 7 different systems that we want to develop, and I've developed them and we're going to be developing them together, but we've done most of the job here just so that you guys know that there's 7 major systems that you guys have to be aware of when creating and jumping from those different income brackets. You're going to, by perfecting these systems, you'll jump those income brackets like very quickly. Okay. So there's a system for acquiring customers. How do you enroll someone from not knowing someone to then enrolling them into your system, into your business? There needs to be a system for that. There needs to be an onboarding process. Once they've purchased Healy, how do you help them with the product? How do you help them getting the most out of the product to make them raving fans? The third system we want to create is distribution or distributor acquisition. So a distributor is someone like you guys, a business builder. How do you attract more business builders? Yeah. And then once you've attracted the business builder, the distributor, how do you then onboard them and train them to jump up the levels of leadership that I'll show you in a second? Then we want to look at a core rank within Healy. So my old company, it was like you share, they share. It was like 2 and 2. Within Healy, we're looking at 3 by 3 by 3. Help 3 people share with 3 and help those 3 share with 3. 3 by 3 by 3. And with the new shifts in the compensation plan, creating a more of a residual approach, it's all about helping a lot of people go really deep within your organization. So finding a core rank, that could be builder, that's just one on the left, one on the right, or it could be the next rank. So that would be something that I'd like to actually pose a question within the group. What would that be? So for next week, please come back figuring out what might that core rank be. And if we can help people get to that core rank, it's going to be duplicatable. It's going to be the majority of people can get to it. It's kind of like that 1K jump. That's what we're looking at, that core rank. We're then looking at events, promotion system. How do we promote events? How do we promote this call? My approach is put an event online, throw it into the groups, tag some people. That's my system right now, but that could be improved. And then a leadership development system. That's what these Mondays calls are. And that's also what Fridays are about. So these are the systems that we need to master, have a clear system on each one of them. But really what we want to know is how do we find rockstar leaders, right? This is what it's all about. So to find rockstar leaders, we need to enroll customers. Now the customers, from all these customers that we've created, like Tony, he's enrolled 50 people, right? Out of those 50 people, he now knows the distributors. There's going to be a handful. He's enrolled 50. There might only be 5 people that want to share it, right? There's like working on a ratio. Now from those 5 people, they, maybe only 2 or 3 of them get to the core rank. And then from that core rank, they become leaders. Might be only 1 or 2 of the leaders that are really doing webinars, that are really sharing. And then the rockstar leaders, there might be 1 out of those 50 that becomes a rockstar leader. So I don't like to say this is a numbers game, but in a way it is a bit of a numbers game because you don't know who's going to fall into the different categories. Don't convince anyone of anything. We're just here to educate people, whether they say yes or no, we're just inviting them and we're going to support them regardless. Does this give you guys some clarity as to a bit of a system to follow? Please put a yes into the chat if this is giving you some clear system for you. Loving the structure of this. Oh, thank you. Yep. Cool. So in that, let's look back at these income levels, okay? 6 different income levels. Now, how do we jump? How do we go from $1,000 to the next $10,000 to $25,000? How do we do that? When looking at what we've just been through, there's one thing that will allow us to jump, quantum leap. Let's look at quantum leaping. What is it going to take for us to quantum leap our income and wealth mindset? A new thinking pattern. What do you think it takes to get from $1,000 to $10,000? A new thinking pattern. What do you think it takes to get from $10,000 to $25,000? A new thinking pattern. The $100,000 jump, new thinking pattern. The $1 million jump, a new thinking pattern. Branding calls it structures. These are higher level structures. Structures of communication, structures of mindset, structures of system, structures of all that, what we've been through. A new thinking pattern. The Magician's Way talks about that, creating a new structure. Focusing on, Tony Robbins talks about it, our focus. Our focus comes from the questions that we ask ourselves, quality questions. A question, what do they say? A question half, well, I can't remember that one. But if you ask the right question, that's pretty much the result. The answer is in the answer is in the question. Let's put it that way. That's the one. And so it's about asking the right question. It's about holding your body in the right physiology, right? We looked at people who are depressed. They're like really crouched. They're not breathing very fully. Look at people who are abundant and focused and excited. They've got shoulders back. They're breathing. It's why I've got a stand-up desk. Helps me stay focused. So it's all about what we're focusing on, a new thinking pattern, a new thinking structure. So what I'd like to do now, guys, is show you guys something really quick. This is going to go for just another 10 more minutes. It's going to be over slightly, but I want everyone to go to this website. My first steps, we're going to go to the 90-day game plan. We're going to click on the weekly checklist. So ready, set, go. I'm going to find the website and put it into the chat here. Maybe someone can find the website for me as well. Okay, there we go. So in the chat, you're going to find our brand new website. This is Chantel's genius, branding and building simple systems. So thank you, babe. And then, yeah, click on that and then go to the 90-day game plan section, halfway down it. And then you're going to click on the weekly checklist. Just make sure it's there. I just updated it. Yeah. Okay. So once you find this weekly checklist, guys, I want you to copy it onto a brand new sheet of your own. So you go into Google Drive, you go new sheet, and then just go to the top left and copy that in. This might take a couple minutes, guys. So we'll just stop here and please jump over to that checklist and copy that into your own spreadsheet. Cool. Yeah, put a done in the chat when you found that, everyone, please. Does anyone need help? Please speak up and I can walk you through the process. Help, please. It's going to be hard on your phone. If you are on a phone, it's going to be very tricky. So I'm on a Mac. Oh, you're on a Mac laptop. So just to give you a little bit of support, this is my screen. I've gone to the website, 90-day game plan. Okay, so the home screen, congrats. Scroll down to business training, 90-day game plan. From 90-day game plan, scroll down to weekly checklist. And this is it right here. And then you're going to grab the top right and go like this and copy it. And then go into Google Drive, which you would go open a new browser and go Drive. Open up the right. Oh my God, I've got so many Gmail accounts. Is it just me? And then into here, going into brand new, and then you go into a new sheet. And then you would copy, whoops. Yep, copy, Command C, click on the top left and paste. Oh, that's not going to look very good. Okay, I didn't actually practice this one, guys, but it looks very different to how mine looks. So in the meantime, that's totally fine. All you're going to do is double click on this one. There you go. Double click on the one that says next to weekly goals, and you double click on these little columns, and it's going to spread it out to fit in. Okay, perfect. I'm on a MacBook, done. Trying on a phone. Yeah, trying on a phone is going to be a bit tricky, Charles. So in here, guys, this is going to be, I'll just show you mine while some of you are figuring that out. So let's look at systems right now. We're not looking at communication or skills. We're looking at our system. This is mine. So what I recommend is once a month, print off 4 of these. I'm going to be doing this with you as well, just so you know. These are things that I've done unconsciously in my journal, things that I've done without structure, and they still work without structure. But we're looking at how do you jump that next income bracket? So we need a new structure and a new thinking process. So this is the new thinking process I'd like to suggest for everyone. If you want to come on this journey with us, we're all going to be using this. You can change it, mix it up, make it your own sheet, that's fine. But these are the headings that we're going to be using. And when I do the calls with you throughout the week, I'm going to be, guys, how are you going with your numbers? It's going to be very, I guess, masculine, right-brained, but at the same time, we're going to keep it light. I'm not here to be your boss. I'm just here to give you some structures to run with, and it's up to you to how well you stay accountable to it. So, bit lost. It's not working for me. Sorry, go to file and ask me a copy. Okay, I just copied. That's okay. That's okay. For those who are stuck, I'm going to send you my link in a second. Book in with me this week and I'll help you with it. But right now, let's just go through a couple of these goals. So these are the actionable items that are ideal for building Healy. So we're going to go back to here. Okay, weekly checklist. So these include new connections, times you've shared your story, demonstrations, follow-ups, three-way calls, referrals, asking for referrals. Like if someone says no, say, hey, do you know anyone else who'd be interested in this? The hours of your business, whether you're choosing 1 hour a day or 5 hours a day. Product training, how many hours you're putting into the product training per day. Now you put here a weekly goal. So new connections, I've put 30 new connections. How many times am I sharing my Healy story? 30 times. Healy demonstrations, right? 10. Follow-ups, 50. I really want to follow up a lot of people before the end of the promo. We come down here a little bit more, helping team members share Healy. How many times do you want to scan yourself using the Healy? How many programs of the Healy do you want to run yourself? Your own time in meditation, relaxation, grounding, cooking, water, right? This is all about lifestyle and wellness. Non-negotiables, family, self, friends, spiritual, hobbies, charity. How many hours of exercise? So this is about planning your week. And so you'd use one of these per week. Chantel and I just went and printed these off, so 4 of them. Even getting an A4, so an A3 would be kind of cool too. We had an A3, but we've gone to A4 on a landscape. Yeah. And then I've just filled them out. We've filled them out and we check in every day and we check in once a week. How are we going with this? What's our goals for enrollments? Things like this. Okay. The other questions are number 1 goal and focus for the week, gratitude for the week, what went well, what are you proud of, what could you have done better, and what will you do differently next time? Now, a bit of a tip here, select 4 categories a day for 15 minutes. So you might just go, hey, I want to do 3-way calls, follow-ups, personal development, and sharing your story. 4 different topics, 15 minutes each, that's 1 hour a day. So it's an hour of power, so to speak. You've probably heard that term before. But so it's 1 hour, 15-minute blocks, put a timer on. You know, our brain can only really stay focused for 25 minutes. So, you know, as you notice, some people have jumped off the call. But with that, just figure out your own system with this. Maybe it's 2 topics for 30 minutes each a day, or whatever it is. But each week, setting a goal, and then with your accountability partner as well, going, how did you go? Your total check-in, and then there's more space down the bottom to actually write here as well. So this is something that I'd love for you all to bring to every Monday, completed within your own accountability team, whether you have an accountability buddy or not. If it's just yourself, that's fine. Please come with last week's sheet and this week's, so we can next week see what went well, what could be done better, and I can coach you guys on the call next week as well as give more content. But that's a bit of a wrap, guys, but we'd love to just get some feedback. How was that for you? What did you learn? What was your best thing? Some people are lost, and that's okay. So I'm just going to share at the bottom of this, this sheet as well, guys, you'll see my calendar link. So whenever you're giving this to your team, at the bottom of it will be my link for a 15-minute call. It's in the chat now. If you find a time this week, would love to chat with you before next call. And I'll sit with you one-on-one with this. So I don't want anyone to be confused or not get it. I really want to help every single one of you. Are you sharing this weekly calendar template in the group? Yes, I'll be putting, so for those who are watching this on the recording, I'll put it in the post. I'll edit the post and I'll put all this in the post. I love that you are bringing structure to us, not one of my fortes. Yeah, structure. Yep. Awesome. Loving. We have goals and the sheet. Love it. Yeah, Chantel, Frankie can also help. Thanks. It makes a lot of sense. Awesome, Gina. Awesome. Thanks. Thanks, Zach. You are doing a great job. Thanks, Albert. You rock. Definitely need more structure. Thanks, Zach. Okay, cool.
If anyone needs an accountability buddy, please let me know, or let Zach know as well, because Zach and I have each other, but I'm happy to always be somebody else's accountability buddy too.
Cool. Cool. So yeah, for next week, guys, we're going to go and break down how do you, those main skills, how do you find people, how do you invite these people, those 8 skills. We're going to start that process next week. So, so Alice needs an accountability buddy. But for everyone listening on the recording, over and out.